You. Here I can drum on it again because this is one of mine. I had completely forgotten that I even owned something like this. Since I just received one, it reminded me, oh man, you still have one lying around. It has to be made into a video, killing time endlessly. At some point, this endless flow of discussable shooting tools will eventually dry up. And then I already pre-produced some in advance. So what do we have here? 6mm plastic balls. Specifically, Colt Mark IV Series 70. Gold Cup National Match. 40. Really 40. I'm holding it now, could be 40 or maybe 45. Automatic caliber. The Delta sign on it. The whole thing is completely made of plastic. KWC. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Not me. Carl Wilhelm. Dieberitz, probably. Made in Taiwan. Patent. P. The patent is filed, but not yet approved. It obviously represents a competition weapon. The patent is filed, but not yet approved. It obviously represents a competition weapon. Without now having a competition weapon in terms of, do you actually know where the 6mm things come from? 2001. Originally from Japan. In Japan, the gun laws are so strict that there's practically no sports shooting scene at all, because all the guns are banned. So they use it for their competitions. Of course, there are also high-quality 6mm plastic ball blasters, but they probably won't catch on here, just for price reasons. Although it's not completely out of the question that here and there someone has the cash to buy something decent. But this here is plastic, only interrupted by plastic. Also, all the controls except for the safety are just hinted at, and the magazine button is, of course, just suggested. By the way, this here is also because of this button here. A candidate for an acute magazine is already out again. Because if you carry the pistol sideways in a leather bag and just do it like this or snap, the magazine is not 1000 whatever. 6mm, no other markings. So that means the 0.5 joules, it's a toy weapon. What I see here is that really, it looks like someone burned an F sign into it. So if there's an F sign in it, it can be a toy. As much as it wants, it's now a firearm. I think I'll quickly remove the F sign. I'll burn that out again or something. I know, that's nonsense. I can hardly see it anyway. Is that really an F? Some dealer probably jumped the gun, you know how it is, and grilled something in. I think I'll remove that right away, then it will be a toy again. So, magazine? Nothing really unexpected here either. The only difference you might see here is that when you put this thing into the weapon, there's a little pin on the back that gets pressed in. Then it automatically pops a bullet out. Yeah, of course you shouldn't push the lever out at the same time, right? How many are still in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can fit up to 12 in there. And we're taking those out again. You just want to see me shoot anyway. Oh my goodness, I really forget everything. So, to Daddy. Didn't I say it with a button? Didn't I say it? Yeah, I said it. 1000. They don't really like that because then all sorts of little pellets fall out. Oh man. No, I knew it. There was another one in the barrel. So always be careful with toys as well. You can really mess things up. And you should definitely avoid having big orange hands when you're trying to get any pellets in somewhere. So, just put it in there. Chambering. It shot through somewhere and came out again, zigzagging across the room. That's why I put on my glasses, even though it's not even 0.5 joules. Wait, I wanted to hang this here so I really remember it every time. So, I still don't have a target to show any holes, it's just about accuracy. There is a sighting mechanism here which I think is actually quite okay. Of course it's not adjustable, but I've seen worse. It's alright, it's a bit dusty because it's been sitting around for a while, so that's fine. As for the cost, I have no idea. I probably got it sometime in the middle of the year, because I just wanted to have something like this at home. Of course, I took the cheapest one, that's clear. Cold gold cup. Shots measured, yeah, a whole bunch, surprisingly. 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. That goes from top to bottom with 0.3 joule. If there is somehow 10% fluctuation, then it will be 0.3. There will be no 0.2 outside, also no 0.4. So it is always like this when the M per S, 70, 70, 71, 69, 70, 70, 70, 72, 71, 68, and 70, 70, 72, 71, 68, and so on and so forth. That's just not enough to make a change in the joule output calculation. The reason the numbers here, the MS, are higher than 0.3 joules is simply because the balls are lighter. The other ones I shot recently were 0.218 grams, I think, and these are only 0.11 grams and a bit squished, so they're about half as heavy. Consequently, they don't hit the target as well. If I shot with heavier balls, I don't think it would make much of a difference. So, putting the magazine back in, yeah, that's about it. What can I say about this thing? It's been lying around for ages. I had this great shooting target, a plastic one, where you shoot at it and the balls roll down, or some sticky glitter stuff. Right now, it's sitting in the bathtub so it can soak up all the water again, hoping it will reactivate like it used to. They still stick, but they just don't fall off anymore. You have to pick them off one by one, which is annoying, especially when you want to shoot at the same spot in the middle. That doesn't fit, there are balls everywhere. Yeah. Doing a trigger weight test on this thing really isn't worth it. It's just a toy. I have to say, even as an adult man, you can set up the target in the living room while watching TV, right next to the TV, and then you can pop off a few shots all evening. It's fun because it finally forces you to hit something crazy, and there's so little power in it, you can't break anything. The only downside is, if you miss the target, those bouncing plastic balls go flying all over the room. And there's so little power in it, you can't break anything. The only downside is that if you miss the target, these bouncing plastic balls fly all over the room. Then your girlfriend will be really grateful when she's vacuuming and finds those balls everywhere. So, wow, has it really been minutes already? How did I just talk for 8 minutes? All right, I'd say that's it. What was expected. And I'm going to ostentatiously leave out the camera whining, just to scare you a bit. So, until next time, says the guy who just turns off the camera. So, 1000